Hello, Forecaster here again, and we are back for episode 148. And we are over here by the miner, as you can see, and it is done mining once again. And as you can see, it's dug up quite a bit of goodies. Now, you can see that I have stuffed it all into drawers. The things were in chests before, of course. I've now emptied most of those and put the stuff into these drawers, so it's a little easier to see what it's found. One thing that confounds me is that it found 2 stone lanterns from Railcraft, and I have no idea what those were doing in the ground here. I wasn't aware those generated in the world, so no clue what's happening there. But as you can see, found 24 stacks of 16 of iron ore. We found 32 stacks of 16 of poor iron ore, and there was even a little bit more that I already brought to the base. We found 2 times 64 plus 37 of lapis. Found a bunch of obsidian, lead, redstone, which is very nice, lots of coal. We found copper, tin, and gold, and a bunch of salt. Also have some stuff that I already put in here, a bunch of rubies, some uranium, 15 uranium, some more poor iron ore that didn't fit in that drawer still, some sulfur, and ender dust. And these 2 I had since before. So, also found some wood. So, we are going to move this thing, and instead of setting it up like we had before, we are going to set up drawers as the primary storage method instead of chests. And the reason for that is obviously because it gives you a better overview of what has been found quickly, instead of having to look through chests. But also because, as you can see, I'm carrying these packing tape. And these, you can click on a drawer and it will seal it. It will get a tape X across the front, and you can then pick the drawer up and it would not drop its contents. You can then carry the drawer to some new place and put it down with the contents inside. So instead of having to do multiple trips to get all the stuff back, like I've been doing, I can just tape all of the drawers up, or at least most of them, and then pick them up and carry them back to the base. And there we are going to construct an input system where I can put the drawers down, and their contents will be pulled out and input into my sorting system quickly and smoothly. So the trickiest bit about moving this thing, obviously, is the filter items. And now it's getting dark. I'm going to put away these backpacks for now to get enough room, and I'm actually going to need this one. It's important that I try to remember which items are supposed to go in the filter and not mix them up with stuff. You don't want this, obviously, to pick the miner up, without losing it or losing the power stored inside. Now, I don't think it keeps its inventory, but I could be wrong. No, it doesn't. That would have been slightly too convenient, I think. It does keep its stored power, however, as I found out. We are also going to want this, obviously, to keep it loaded. And I probably want to use the drill to pick it up instead of the chainsaw, or I would be standing here for a while. So, I'm not going to move it far. I want to find more diamonds, because I am completely out of those, and I need them for things. Let's put that away. So we're going to... let's go a bit over here, I think. Will do. We don't need to go too far, just far enough to get out of, or get away from the previous mining area. This place should do. Should be far enough away. So we'll put the miner down, say, here. And then we can put all of the filter stuff back in. Now, I'm not filtering out wood and stuff, so it's going to dig up some or collect some logs from the nearby trees, unfortunately. Now, I'm going to go collect my backpacks again, because I realized I need another one of them. The one that has my pipes in it, of course. Now, I'm not sure if... I don't think the miner will output into Buildcraft pipes directly. I would not expect it to do that. However, there is a small chance that it can, which would be handy. So, we are going to try that. Ow. Ow. Go away. What? What happened there? Okay, that was weird. Oh well. So I'm going to start the miner up a little, and having put a pipe next to it, I made these insertion pipes, of course, for this purpose before I came here. Let's put one of those down. Actually, I wonder what happens if I do this. Is this... No, it rejected the item, so it doesn't... The miner doesn't accept input from pipes. That does mean it might output into them. I'm also going to want to put more power into this, so we're going to put that in. It's going to charge that. Now it should start looking for things. Okay, so it is throwing items out, obviously. So it does not input into pipes directly, which is unfortunate. But what that means is that we are going to have to put a chest next to it, use that as a buffer. And then we are going to need an extraction pipe, which I happen to not have apparently. Oh, there we go. Emerald will do. Although I don't need a filter. Apparently the wooden ones I had were fluid, so can't use that. Oh no, I do have wooden pipes. I thought so. Let's use that instead, because the miner is filtered, we don't need to have the pipe be filtered as well. Then we are going to want... Ow. Ow. Quit it. Apparently I don't have a gate with an autarkic pulsar on it, which is a little annoying, because without that I'm not going to be able to pull anything out here, since I don't have access to power. So I'm going to have to go back to the base and get that. I'll do that in a minute, and I'm going to cut that out obviously, because it's going to take a bunch of time to walk back and then back here. But if we do that and then that, then we are going to put these insertion pipes here, and then we're going to put drawers here and on top like that. That's not what I wanted. Now the sun is coming up, which is nice. Means there will be less skeletons shooting at me. Come back here. Okay, let's... Oh. I guess it likes facing away from the face you click when you place it. At least if you're holding shift or something, I suppose. I wonder if these can face up. I don't think they can. Come on. Okay. So you did place. Let's place another row or column here, like so, and then I suppose I can place one at the end there, and I really wish you would face the right direction. Fortunately, I can do that, which is convenient. So there we go. Now all we need is an input or power for the pipe. So I need to get that gate. Maybe I should... I have these drawers for things that take up less space, or let's put those there so I get rid of them from my inventory for now. Like you saw down here, I put some things that there were less of in smaller drawers because each block consumes some use from one of these, and they don't have a whole lot of uses. So saving space like this, or saving tape by doing this, is a good idea. let's grab these. I'm going to have to get some order in here. So, don't need those. Also don't need that, I don't think. Okay, so I'm going to pop back to the base, make a pulsar for one of my gates, and then I'm going to come back. We are going to get the miner going, and then we're going to grab these, and I'm going to go back with them to the base, and we're going to set up the extraction system for them. So, I'll be back in a second. Alright, so we're back here with a gate that I didn't have to make one. I grabbed a quartz and gate from my storage. So we're just going to energy pulse, and now we should be able to let this go. This is drains, we can take that, put that back on. So now this will start finding things eventually, and it will pull them into the drawers. And I am actually going to put a chest at the end here in case all of these drawers fill up with stuff. Well, what I'm actually going to do is this. Let's see. I have these. Let's take these as well. And put them in line as well. We might as well. I might have to rearrange this. I kind of would have wanted these to be filtered. I need some stuff to stand on. Now there is a locking upgrade for these, which I believe makes it so that if you put something in, it will it stays in, or you can lock an item into the drawer, so only that item is allowed in. But I don't know if it keeps upgrades if you break it normally, or if you have to use the tape to do that. I suppose that is something that could warrant testing to find out. So I'm going to have to see here, we have some wood. I don't really want that, but we can actually add that to the filter to make sure that doesn't happen. The rain went quiet, oddly enough. Oh well. So we'll let that do things. There's a rain sound again. That's weird. So what we're going to do now is grab our drawers full of stuff over here. Grab these chests as well. And then we are going to head back to the base. And, like I said, set up the extraction system, or drawer emptying thingamabob. probably going to need to free up some space in my inventory here to fit the drawers. The tape won't be a problem though, because I'll probably use most of it. So if I just right click these, I actually expected to use 2 of these, but oh well. Let's do this, and we'll just collect these and then head back. So I'm going to cut this out, so I'll see you in a little bit back at the base. And here we are back at the base. Now, not sure where the best place to put these would be. The best way might be to just have a string of hoppers coming off of this locker here, and then have or put the drawers on top of them. As you can see, I have most of the drawers here. I also brought a rose brush or bush that I found. Let's see. I do have some logs on me. I also have some chests from the mining setup, of course. We can use those to make a bunch of hoppers. Plenty of iron right now. I have an entire tank over here, because this one got full, and we have a whole bunch more in here that we have yet to process, of course. So we have plenty more iron. There's no shortage of that right now. Let's make 6 hoppers. That should be fine. 6 of these things. And then we are going to put these, like I said, on the drawer here. They should be supported by these switches, conveniently enough. So I'm just going to put them like this. Not the prettiest setup, of course, but it will work at least. Do what I need to do. Now, unfortunately, you can't see what's inside which drawer when they are like this. So you just have to place them and see what they are then. Which is fine, really. Now, of course, we have more hoppers than, or more drawers than we have hoppers, but that's fine. We'll just have to empty those, and then we can remove them and put in more. So we get a bunch of stuff here. Now I've turned this off. I turned this off earlier for some reason. This poor iron ore in here is, of course, what I brought from the miner before I started recording, because it didn't fit in the drawer. So I had it in my inventory when I came back here, so I put it away. And there's lots of stuff in here. So this is going to take a while to empty all of these, of course. I'm probably going to fill this locker up as well. So I probably should turn this back on. So we'll do that. And now all of this stuff is going to go into our processing system and get sorted and such. Redstone will go this way, and everything will be great. Hopefully. Now this is done. We're out of power. Interesting. That's not good. That's doing all right. Nothing there and nothing there. Let's pop down and inspect the reactor, because it seems that we are having issues, which is of course not good. I wish this hypothermia would go away. The reactor is currently off, which it shouldn't be. It's the tank is fault, so it should be off. Why isn't this running? Oh. I don't know what's going on with this. Oh. Right. Well, that's of course a problem. I put a piece of redstone here because the this system wasn't working properly, and I thought it was because the comparator didn't update the gate or cause the gate to update properly. Although it later seemed that it was actually the MFE that wasn't updating the comparator. So I put a piece of redstone in here while debugging that. It seems that, and of course, when the gate is outputting a redstone signal, which is supposed to go here, it also outputs a redstone signal into this wire, which feeds back into the gate. Now, one thing I might be able to do to fix that, although that is going to require a bit of blue pipe wire. Now I could also put a repeater where the piece of redstone was, to make it one way, so the gate cannot output redstone into it. But I think a better fix might be to put another gate. Well, actually, maybe not. Although I do like being able to see which level the comparator is outputting, which I can't do if I don't have a piece of redstone there. So we're going to do it that way. So we're going to put a piece of blue pipe wire on. Go away, bat. Stupid bats. Stupid hypothermia. Hypothermia is really hard to get rid of once you have it, which is annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a piece of blue pipe wire on here. We're going to put a gate here, and this we're going to set to output a blue pipe signal instead of a redstone signal. And then we are going to configure this gate. Although we can't set a side on there, so that's going to cause the same problem. I thought you could set gate side only on there as well. Well, that didn't work, so I guess we're going to have to go make a repeater. I'm going to do that off camera though, because unfortunately we have reached the end of the episode. So I will see you in the next episode. Hello, it's me again. I can't believe I didn't realize this when I said it, but I obviously cannot put a diode or a repeater where the piece of redstone is, because that would completely negate the point of the comparator, because it would output 15 always. So that was a dumb idea, and yeah. So what we're going to do instead is take this quartz AND gate, which I just made, which can have a gate side only on the output, unlike the iron gate I tried to use. And then we're going to take this blue pipe wire, and this should already be set up for that. And then we're going to do this. No. Want redstone signal, gate side only, when there is a blue pipe signal, which there is. So now this should work as intended and stop flickering. And the only problem now is still the MFE not updating the comparator correctly. I have it set like this, so that when the MFE fills up completely, it will output a redstone signal normally through its normal level indication system, which should hopefully update or go into the comparator and out here, which will trigger this, because before the system would continue to run even if this was full, which of course wastes nuclear power, which is a thing I would like to avoid, even though I have oodles of it. So that's that fixed. I do make stupid mistakes, quite a lot actually, maybe. But yeah, so now I will properly see you in the next episode.